In 2009, Matthew McNally and Joey Miller robbed a home in Iowa using masks drawn onto their faces with permanent black marker.
Oh, what the? Come on now. What? Ain't these motherfuckers on drugs? That's the only thing I can say. These motherfuckers on drugs. Who he supposed to be? Batman? Fuck, he came up and that said, "I'm Batman."
Whilst on the run,
Said, "Give me all the money."
discovered that permanent black marker doesn't
What the fuck?
rub off easily, leading to their simple arrest and embarrassingly stupid mugshots. However, these two still look like geniuses in comparison to some of the other idiots we'll be talking about as we discuss the stupidest criminals
Ain't
of
no
all
way they-
time. Take for example
not the
McCarthy
dumbest.
Wheeler, who robbed 2 banks in broad daylight as he thought that pouring lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to cameras. When shown the bank surveillance footage, Wheeler refused to believe that he was visible, stating to officers,
What? Where did you even hear that? What? Who told you some dumbass shit like that? That makes what lemon juice supposed to do? What? That, damn, like I can't get into the mind of a dumbass. You just can't get into the mind of a dumbass. Like I'm over here really trying to think like how where the process start? Where do you even start in that process? I don't even understand the thought process of how you can even believe that. What the fuck? That hold up. He wasn't on no crazy drug. Ain't no way. You had to be on some meth or some shit. I ain't going for that. They just ain't get the right drugs. PCP or something. Y'all in test for something. He on something. Ain't no way you just that dumb. Come on
but I
now.
wore the juice, believing that as long as he didn't come near a heat source, he should have been completely invisible.
I don't
Police
understand
concluded
that.
the Wheeler was not crazy or on drugs, just incredibly mistaken, with the lemon juice mistake eventually costing Wheeler a 24.5-year prison sentence.
Ah,
However,
damn.
if we're on the topic of terrible disguises, then we can't go past Dennis Hawkins,
If
whose
we're just throwing a
disguise as
wig.
an old lady wasn't much better. His sweater accompanied fake boobs, a full beard, and fittingly clown pants, with his insanely recognizable outfit helping police to catch Hawkins.
What the fuck be going through people's minds? I mean, I guess in today's world, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. Yeah, but come on now. And if you go that way, shave the beard, bro. If you go try to cross dress and pretend you like an old lady, at least look the part. Like shave and all that shit, bro. Walk with a hunch. You walking straight up and shit. Like try to play it off or something. You ain't doing a good job. God
Only
damn.
an hour after the robbery. The police chief for the
He
area
ain't
stated,
changed.
"He would get my nomination for dumbest criminal, I think. You still have his black facial hair with a blondish wig.
I'm
Definitely
saying.
different. Different is also a good way to describe Patrick McGuire's disguise, who robbed an Illinois convenience store while covering his face with a clear plastic bag."
God. Oh my God. Like, ain't no way you can be this fucking stupid. What is drugs? I'm going with drugs. Drugs is what's on their mind. Ain't no way a sane person. I refuse to believe somebody is this fucking dumb. I refuse to believe somebody is this dumb without no type of drugs. No fucking way. Ain't no way.
He was only able to obtain $60 from the robbery. However, due to his extensive criminal history, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison for the stunt, meaning that he had
Hold on, man. You done did prison time and you still this fucking dumb? First off, I'm not even tripping about the $60, even though I should be. But bruh, you fucking robbed the store with a clear mask. You deserve them 15. Ain't no way you would done did a bid already and you still that dumb.
had to spend 1
Fuck
year
outta
in
here.
prison for every $4 stolen from the store.
Damn.
Talk about a bad return.
Damn.
Equally bad was Paul Sinclair's, who attempted to rob a bank in Florida by using his fingers curled up into a gun shape. The quote-unquote weapon was so non-threatening that the bank teller gave him only $120, after which he'd flee on foot before being caught by police only 10 minutes later. Then there was James Blake.
I ain't gonna lie. that one, I feel like I don't know. I don't even think Burke probably would have got some time because really and truly, you didn't even have to give him the $120. You could have just said, "Hey, get the fuck out," type shit. So I don't know if he had to go in more detail. I don't think they probably even put him in jail. They probably put him in jail. He ain't doing no prison time type shit.
Blankenship, who thought that robbery was legal as long as you did it at a certain time of day. Back in 2013, Blankenship broke into his own mother's home, after which the police were called, who would take to their Facebook page later that day to explain what had happened.
Hey, no, that nigga thought it was the purge. After 12 o'clock, you can do whatever the hell you want to.
He fled the scene upon seeing his mother. The male was located under the house hiding in a crawl space. When advised of his charges, he made the statement, "I thought you could only be charged with burglary if you break in during the night time." Blankenship was given 180 days in jail.
And first off, why you robbing your own mama house? What? What in your right mind be like, okay, I'm gonna rob my mama house? Why? Oh, never mind, I know why. He needed some money to get some drugs. But he ain't want to do a full commit into breaking into somebody else's house, so he go break in his own mama house. That's probably what happened. Cause ain't no way you say I'm gonna break in my mama house. Nah, you need drug money.
In order to pay a $100 fine. Yet this wasn't the only time when a person was dumb enough to think that a law didn't apply to them. Because when Ruben Pavin was caught stealing from a charity thrift shop in New Hampshire, he'd state that he thought everything was free because of the name of the business, Finders Keepers. The sign did say Finders.
Oh shit, but hey, damn. Bro said shit, dude, how they still in business? But he ain't question nothing. He said shit, it's free. Shit, I'm gonna go get it. Finders keepers, so shit, it's mine, ain't it? That's crazy.
As keepers, so I took that DVD player, took it home, Pavin told the local TV station. A couple of weeks later, the stuff is still there on the porch, so I'm thinking to myself, Finders Keepers, they probably just put stuff out there for people to take.
I thought it was charity out here. That's what he thought. He thought it was charity for everybody.
Business responded via Facebook stating, "This man who was caught on video is saying it is all a misunderstanding. He thought everything at our store was free. Is that really the best defense he could come up with?" After which Pavin reportedly turned in the stolen goods to police, holding that he's not a bad person or a bad dad, and is rather just unbelievably stupid.
No, unbelievably stupid. Yes. Yes, you are. First off, you got a fucking son or kid. I hope you is not raising that motherfucker, because you go raise him up to be stupid as fuck. I'm sorry, but come on now. Ain't no way in your mind you say, yeah, I could just take these people's stuff. Well, he ain't think it was their stuff. Finders keepers. So shit. He thought it was his. Shit, I saw it. I went and grabbed it. It's mine, ain't it? But then he walk out of there. Hold up. He walked out of there with somebody, didn't he? I ain't tripping.
That he thought everything was free because of the stealing from a charity thrift shop in New Hampshire.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, I didn't even see that. It was the fucking child right there with him. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even see that.
Because when Ruben Pavin was caught stealing from a charity thrift...
Look, that's the child. That's his child. Oh, that's crazy. That's great. He got his child with him while he doing the rob. Oh, damn. I feel sorry for the boy. Cause ain't no way your daddy this fucking stupid.
Shop in New Hampshire. It stated that he thought everything was free because the business responded, thought everything at our store was free.
Yeah,
police,
damn.
holding that he's not a bad person or a bad dad,
yes,
and is rather just unbelievably stupid. But was he as dumb as Derek Mosley, who in 2013 attempted to rob a store named Discount Gun Sales by using a baseball bat? When Mosley allegedly barged into Discount Gun Sales and smashed a display counter with his baseball bat, the store manager simply pulled out his own personal firearm and pointed it straight at the would-be robber, holding Mosley in the store until he was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery.
So, let me. What was the plan? Did he think somebody would go be intimidated? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He probably was like, man, if I go in there real quick and break all this shit, they gonna be scared. They gonna be too scared to even realize what the fuck going on, and I could get out of there. I don't. That's the only way I can think of it working. Something I don't fucking know. Ain't no way you rob a gun store with no gun and thinking they not gonna pull a gun out. That's it. That's fucking crazy. What the
A
fuck?
similar story then came out of Texas in July 2022 when a gun store was robbed at knife point, although
Oh
this
my
tale
God.
instead ended in a body bag as the robber was fatally shot by the store owner as he tried to exit with his loot. But what happens when you accidentally call 911 whilst committing a crime?
Oh,
Pocket
what the
dialing the
fuck?
police is probably a fairly common occurrence. However, for Carson Reinhardt and Nathan Teklemariam, it happened at the most unfortunate moment.
See, I'm not even gonna say they stupid, but they is because you still burn your phone. But I'm gonna say some if this was probably like not 4 years, probably like 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's sometimes it was easy to pocket dial the police without you even doing nothing. Like sometimes, like then shit, even now, sometimes it'll pull up my emergency contacts while I'm pulling my phone out of my pocket. And down there be about to call the police when you don't want to. I done did that plenty times. Just pulling your phone out and calling the police by accident. Like damn. But damn, that was just bad luck. I wonder which one it was. Cause boy, nigga, you gotta see me after that. After you did some dumbass shit. If I was him, yeah, boy, you gotta see me. Whoever phoned down the police, boy, you got to see me. But we gotta throw hands. We just caught fucking 10, 15 years over your dumb ass shit. Fuck out of here.
Specifically while they were breaking into a car. The alert dispatcher soon realized that the call was an accidental one, and moreover that the guys on the other end might be up to no good. For the next 35 minutes, the dispatcher stayed on the line, listening and gathering information, as Teklemariam and Reinhardt did the following. Discovered a car that they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car, allegedly broke into the car, exclaimed in delight over finding narcotics in the car, became confused as to how and why a police car was following them, and reacted in disbelief when the arresting officer revealed that they'd been on the line to 911 the entire time. Scott Simon found himself in a similar situation, although under much more severe circumstances. Whilst on trial for murder in 2015,
Damn.
Scott was successfully sentenced to life in prison, as 2 years prior he'd pocket dialed the police while admitting to a friend that he was the one who committed the crime.
Oh my God. No, that's just wrong place, wrong. Oh my God. First off, why you bragging? Second off, yeah, damn, boy, that make you want to throw your whole phone away right now, boy. Police listening to your shit right now. You already got advertisements and all that trying to listen in on your phone. But now you gotta worry about the police? Yeah, damn.
He had no idea he called 911, a sheriff's office spokeswoman told the Miami Herald. He basically told on himself, as did Albert Bailey, although in a much stupider way. Bailey had planned on robbing a bank in Fairfield, Connecticut, although rather than exercising the element of surprise, he'd call the bank prior to the robbery stating, "I want $100,000 in large bills and no die packs. I'll be sending someone into the bank to get the money. Don't call the police, we are monitoring the police scanner." Prior to making this phone call,
What the fuck, bro? I thought this was an action movie. What the fuck? Bro thinking oh my God. Bro thinking he in a fucking action movie, bank robbery or something like that. He think he in motherfucking what is it called? Money Talk or some shit? Not Money Talk. Money Heist. Bro wildin'. What the fuck? Bro say I want money 100,000 in unmarked bills and fucking no die. Who? Why is you demanding this? The fuck? How? What was the plan? He just make the threat and they let him walk out with the money? How? Like, bro, I hope bro at least walked in there with a vest, a bomb on his chest or something. Like, play something. Give me something to work with. Cause they ain't no way you this damn dumb.
Bailey had already served 7 years in prison for a previous bank robbery. However, this
God.
new plan was equally ineffective, as after arriving at the bank to collect his cash, Bailey was locked inside, arrested, and sentenced to another 9 years in prison. Although if he
I'm sorry, some people is just fucking stupid. What? So you tried to rob 2 banks and neither one of them fucking worked out? Bro, you need to change professions. Cause you are fucking stupid. Go get a, oh my God. Hey, motherfucker like him, you tell him to go dig a hole. That motherfucker, you tell him to dig a 4 foot hole. And that motherfucker still find some way to fuck it up. Ain't no way. Like, oh my. People, I know people stupid, but come on, you can't be this stupid.
wanted to avoid this time behind bars, he could have had a chat with Tito and Amanda Watts, who got arrested in Florida for selling tickets to enter heaven at a price of $100. Tito Watts said
I ain't gonna lie, unless they did a real crime, I don't. Hold up, we gotta see the whole thing. I don't see what a crime
in
is.
his police statement, "I don't care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold, and it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and said to sell them so I could get me some money to go to outer space. You should arrest Jesus because he's the one who gave me the golden tickets and said to sell them. I'm willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up."
No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even think she should have went to jail. I'm gonna be real. I don't even think she should have went to jail just then. Cause ain't no way. Okay. That's like me picking up a leaf and saying, all right, you could buy this leaf for $100. $100. If you buy it, that's on you. Let's be real. If you buy a leaf for $100 and all I did was write on it, that's on you. Like, bro, dang, it might be, it's not even a scam at that point. On some real shit, that's not even a scam. That's just you being a dumbass if you bought that. I'm not blaming her. Hey, if somebody bought it, hey, chalk it up to the game if somebody bought it. Because ain't no way somebody bought that shit.
The couple had apparently earned over $10,000 from the stunt, meaning that
What? So, what? What? Who bought this shit? I don't blame. No, bro. Give them they 10 back. Give them they 10 back, bro. Like, ain't no way. You telling me people bought that and they made $10,000? Give them they 10 back, bro. Obviously, they worked hard for that. Because you gotta imagine. You gotta try to sell that to buy. Damn no. Say you gotta sit there for 1 million people, or you gotta sell that motherfucker to damn near the whole city to even, I would think, to even get that type of money. What the fuck?
they were able to find people even dumber than them, one of which might have been Ruben Zarate. While attempting to rob a muffler shop in 2008, Zarate was told that the shop couldn't access the money safe without their manager, who didn't begin his shift until later that afternoon. Instead of bailing on the robbery, Zarate instead gave them his phone number, asking them to give him a ring the next time the manager was in. They did
crazy.
so later that afternoon, although after returning to the store, Zarate received no money and was instead met by police and charged with aggravated robbery. Then there was the man who gave the people he was robbing something even stupider. The unnamed robber walked into a London bank carrying a gun and a bag, which he'd take to the front desk before demanding £700,000 in cash from the bank worker. But after making his demands, the crook handed over his gun to the cashier instead of the bag. Investigating authorities stated, the guess is that he is very inexperienced and panicked when he approached the cashier, handing over his gun instead of a bag by mistake.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like that's more of a like an instinct type shit. Like, and he was probably scared and all that shit. But I feel like that's more like you sort of went on, what the fuck you call it? Like, you did it automatically. You didn't even try to do that. Like, and probably by the time you realize that, damn, I done fucked up, she already got the gun pointed at you. Damn.
But it was Trevor Jones who left an even more damning piece of evidence at his crime scene. After breaking into a house in Atlanta, Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner's computer before leaving without logging out. Less than 3 years later, a similar story entered news headlines, reading a 26-year-old Minnesota man has been tracked down by police after leaving his Facebook profile logged in at a house he allegedly robbed, although this story has a much funnier ending. The homeowner decided to message the robber via his Facebook, stating, "You left a few things at my house last night, how can I get them back to you?" which was followed by the robber agreeing to come back to the home so he could collect the stuff he forgot.
Bruh, ain't no way you rob somebody and then go back to the house because he said you left a few things. What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, boy. First, before the police even got there, I would have had to beat your ass. On some real, you had to get your ass whooped. You go come back to the scene of the crime because I say you forgot something, you need your ass whooped.
However, the robber didn't get any of his items back and was instead arrested while still wearing a watch that he'd stolen from the night before. While both of these idiots used social media poorly, at least they didn't brag about the robbery in a YouTube video, as is what happened in the bizarre case of Hannah Sabata. In 2012, at the age of 19, Sabata stole $6,000 from a bank in Nebraska, and while almost anybody else would have simply kept quiet, Hannah instead took to her YouTube channel Jelly Beanie to upload a video titled Chick Bank Robber, in which she'd straight up admit to having just committed a robbery. She'd then discuss her entire methodology for the crime while showing the money and the amount that had been stolen, before concluding the video by describing the vehicle she had used and that it had its license plates removed. This information eventually resulted in Hannah Sabata's arrest.
What? The self-snitching is strong in the later half of the video. What the fuck? That was some strong self-snitching. You told God, bro. Bro, that's exactly like the fucking Boondocks, bro. Nigga done told them every fucking thing. Or the Key and Peele skit, actually. Done told them what a body hit. Done told them what gun I used. How the hell you did it. Bro, that's like the Key and Peele skit, bro. What the fuck? Just tell them everything.
And sentencing of 10 to 20 years prison, done so in a public courtroom filled to maximum capacity with people who had seen the video. Just 2 years prior to this, 21-year-old Frank Singleton was...
That nigga 21? Boy, that nigga done had a hard 21 years in that picture. Yeah, damn. He had a hard 21? Bro, he had a hard 21 just, oh my god, that nigga looked 40.
For a trespassing charge. The only issue was he didn't have a car to leave the jail, so he decided to steal one from the visitor's parking lot, yet the car he decided to steal was a manual, and he could only drive auto. Singleton sat in the car looking like an idiot before being arrested and sentenced to a further 6 years in prison, telling deputies that he tried to take the car because he didn't feel like walking to his home about 6 miles away. While you may be sat here thinking that these criminals...
Bro walked out and said, you know what? That's too far of a walk. And said, fuck it, I'm gonna do something to get my ass right back in my old room.
Can't get any dumber. It's time to introduce 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller. While it's common knowledge that the US banknote doesn't go any higher than $100, Fuller had the genius idea to create a counterfeit $1 million note before trying to use it at his local Walmart. He loaded his cart with a vacuum cleaner, a microwave, and various other items totaling $472 before handing the $1 million note to the cashier, expecting $999,528 in change. Needless to say, Walmart wasn't able to facilitate this, and instead store staff called police. Fuller was later charged with attempting to obtain property by false pretense and uttering a forged instrument.
I ain't gonna lie, if that was me on the last one, I would think he playing with me. I would not think he really was trying to get over. So I would sit there and be like, okay, when you go pull out your real money? You still owe some money. What the real money at? We'll just be sitting there deadlocked, stale faces. Fuck. Cause ain't no way somebody that dumb to try to use $1 million bill. Come on now. Ain't no way. No way.